In the realm of death and blood that is in the entity's realm, some survivors and killers are above the average. You hardly see them, but when you do, it can be either a blessing for you or a curse. These are the legends of Dead by Daylight. Jonathan Byers, the Restless photographer. Jonathan is an antisocial photographer in Hawkins, Indiana. Jonathan's life is turned upside down with the disappearance and death of his brother Will. Initially dismissing his mother's claims of something supernatural having claimed Will, Jonathan then realized that she may not be delusional after all when Nancy Wheeler claimed that her best friend Barbara Holland disappeared too, and saw a man with no face at the site of her disappearance. They begin to search for their friends, and later, with the help of Steve Harrington, his now former bully, defeated the creature that had taken the both of them. Jonathan begins to date Nancy after she and Steve break up, and the three of them, alongside many others, will face more supernatural entities from the alternate dimension in the years to come. Or, that would be the case. A few months later, after exposing the lab of what they'd done to Barbara Holland and trying to cover it up, Nancy went missing along with Steve. Jonathan began his own investigation. As he did, he went to the Wheeler's household to ask Mike if he seen his sister anywhere. Mike said no, which is strange because Mike knows that Nancy would hang out with either Jonathan or Steve, so this was weird. However, Mike did tell Jonathan this. Nancy was investigating Hawkins National Laboratory, but why? That place got shut down after what happened. Why go there? Jonathan thanked Mike as he headed out to the National Laboratory. As he got there, he found Nancy's notebook. She was definitely here. But where was she? She couldn't be inside the National Laboratory, that's for sure. As he tried to figure out what happened to Nancy, the ground cracked open. Black fog starts to shoot out from the cracks, enveloping Jonathan. Jonathan coughed up the black smoke. But, as soon as it was over, he looked around. He was at a campfire. But he was greeted by Steve and Nancy. What was going on here? Well, it was kind of hard to explain. Jonathan was hoping to find Nancy, but he didn't know it would be like this. Now, with Nancy and Steve at his side, and with their new friends, they must survive the coming dangers that are up ahead. If Jonathan came earlier, these will be his perks. Built to last, inner strength, and distortion. Built to last, you know how to get the most out of your tools. Hiding inside a locker for 12 seconds while carrying a depleted item will replenish its charges to 99%. Each use to Built to Last reduces this percentage by 33%. Distortion. Distortion activates consuming one token, and the following effects apply. Blocks your aura from being read for the next 10 seconds. Suppresses the creation of scratch marks for the next 10 seconds. For every 30 seconds you are within the killer terror radius, Distortion recharges one token. Distortion cannot accumulate more tokens than its initial count. Distortion does not activate when you are in the dying state. Inner Strength. Each time you cleanse a totem, Inner Strength activates. You are automatically healed 1 health stay while hiding inside a locker for 8 seconds. When injured or suffering from the deep wound status effect. Inner Strength does not activate if you currently suffer from the broken status effect. Jonathan Byers, a Restless photographer. He's now in the life and death game. But with the help of Steve and Nancy, the three of them will get out of there just fine.